After 6 months of living in the Philippines on $1,400 a month from Social Security, I decided I wanted to share my real numbers, because before I moved here, I kept searching for videos from regular people like me, and honestly, I couldn't find many. Most of the videos I saw were people living in luxury condos, traveling all the time, eating expensive imported food, and living a lifestyle that just didn't feel realistic for someone living on Social Security. I wasn't looking for luxury. I just wanted a simple life where I could relax, watch TV, eat out once in a while, maybe go to the beach sometimes, and not stress about money every month. So in this video, I'm going to share exactly how I live, what it costs me, and whether $1,400 is actually enough. But first, let me explain how I ended up here. I didn't retire early, and I definitely didn't retire rich. I retired at 67 years old with about $1,400 a month from Social Security and no pension, because I never stayed at one job long enough to qualify for one. I worked warehouse jobs, drove delivery trucks, spent a few years in construction, bounced between factory work and maintenance, always switching jobs, always trying to earn a little more, but every time I moved, the retirement clock reset, and by the time I slowed down and really looked at my future, it was already too late. When I saw my Social Security estimate at around $1,400 a month, I realized I wasn't really retiring. I was just stepping into another phase of worrying about money. I wasn't expecting luxury. I just didn't want to struggle every month after working my whole life. I wanted a simple life where I could wake up without stress, maybe drink coffee outside, watch TV, and not constantly check my bank account. That's when I started looking at other options, and like a lot of people, I started watching videos about Americans retiring overseas. At first, I didn't take it seriously, but one place kept coming up again and again, the Philippines. People talked about friendly communities, English everywhere, warm weather, and a lower cost of living. For the first time, I started thinking, maybe I didn't need more money. Maybe I just needed a different place to live. Now I wasn't completely starting from zero. Over the years, I had built up a small retirement plan from different jobs, about $50,000 total. It wasn't a lot, but it gave me peace of mind knowing I had something set aside for emergencies. I also sold my car and most of my belongings before leaving, which added a little extra to my savings. My goal wasn't to live off that money. I wanted to leave it alone as a cushion, something in case medical issues came up or something unexpected happened. So at 67 years old, I packed 2 suitcases, bought a one-way ticket, and moved to the Philippines, not knowing exactly what to expect, but knowing I needed to try something different. The first few weeks felt strange. Everything was different, slower, and at times a little uncomfortable, but at the same time, I started noticing something. I wasn't as stressed as I used to be. I wasn't constantly thinking about money. I started sleeping better, spending more time outside, and slowly adjusting to a simpler lifestyle. After a few months, I realized I didn't need as much as I thought I did. I didn't need luxury. I didn't need expensive things. I just wanted a quiet life where I could relax, maybe watch TV in the evening, talk with neighbors, and enjoy my retirement without feeling pressure. And after 6 months, I finally sat down and looked at my actual numbers. Here's what my monthly costs looked like. My rent is about $300 a month for a simple place in the province. Food averages around $350, and that includes cooking at home and eating out occasionally. Utilities run about $100, including electricity and water. Phone and internet together comes to around $70. Transportation averages about $100 per month. Then I added around $150 for miscellaneous expenses like toiletries, small purchases, and occasional extras. This brings my monthly total to around $1,070. That means I still have around $300 left over each month from my $1,400 in Social Security, and for the first time in years, I wasn't worried about money. I had breathing room. But I also stayed realistic, and I'm glad I did, because around month 5, something unexpected happened. I started feeling pain in one of my teeth, and at first I ignored it, thinking it would go away, but within a couple of days, it got worse. I ended up needing to visit a dentist, and while dental care here is cheaper than in the United States, I still had to pay for an exam, x-rays, medication, and eventually a procedure. Altogether, it came out to around $500. $500 might not sound like much to some people, but when you're living on $1,400 a month, that's a big expense. That's when I was really glad I had set money aside. Instead of stressing or worrying, I was able to pay for it comfortably without touching my monthly budget. That experience reminded me that even though life is cheaper here, unexpected things still happen. Medical costs, dental work, visa fees, travel expenses, or even something simple like needing to replace a phone or repair something around your place. That's why I always recommend having a backup fund before making a move like this. I'm still here in the Philippines, and I haven't been here for 20 years or anything like that, like some expats you see online. It's only been several months, but I wanted to share my experience because I know there are people out there who are in the same position I was in, trying to figure out if retirement is even possible on Social Security alone. I'm not living a luxury lifestyle. I'm not traveling every week. Most days are simple. I spend a lot of time at home, watching TV, going for walks, talking with neighbors, and sometimes going out to eat or heading to the beach when I feel like it. It's not fancy, but it's comfortable, and more importantly, it's peaceful. And that's really what I was looking for. I enjoyed living in America, and I don't regret the years I spent there, but here, my Social Security stretches further. I don't feel the same pressure every month. I'm not constantly worrying about whether my money will last. Even living a simple lifestyle, I feel like I'm actually enjoying retirement instead of just trying to survive it. I didn't move overseas because I was chasing some dream life. I moved because I needed a realistic option, something that made sense for someone living on $1,400 a month. And so far for me, this has been enough. Not perfect, not luxurious, but enough to finally relax and enjoy retirement. And sometimes that's all we're really looking for.